against Corey Sanders in 8 rounds, but he gave Lennox Lewis a torrid battle, you might remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, K2 Promotions is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Brought to you in association with the Mandalay Bay, HBO Pay-Per-View, and Nemiroff. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman John Bailey, Executive Director Mark Ratner, and the World Boxing Council, President Jose Suleiman, Supervisor Edmund Lipinski. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this contest on the 10-point system will be Dwayne Ford, Jerry Roth, and Daniel Vandeville. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Jay Nady. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching in the UK, Ukraine, and the world over, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with red, official weight 270 pounds or 19 stone 4 pounds, professional record 32 victories, including 27 knockouts with only 3 defeats. From London, England, the challenger, the WBC #7 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Danny Williams. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with gold, official weight 250 pounds, 17 stone 12 pounds, professional record 34 victories, including 33 knockouts with only 2 defeats. He now trains and fights out of Los Angeles, California, and comes to us from Kiev, Ukraine. He's the 2-time world heavyweight champion, the reigning, defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Dr. Iron Fist, Vitali Klitschko.
Fans from the Ukraine, but outshouted by the British fans supporting Danny Williams here. The accumulated weight here, 37 stone, 2 pounds, the heaviest in history.
Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourself. Touch left now, it's going to work.
Williams is weight 19 stone 4, equaled only in history by Primo Carnera back in the 1930s. He was 19-4 as well. There's no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Fighters can't be safe by the bell in any round. Pretty standard. Klitschko's first defense. The heavyweight scene a bit bare. He hasn't established himself yet as the natural successor to Lennox Lewis. Danny Williams looking to complete the transformation in 11 months from British title failure to world heavyweight champion. It would be a truly remarkable story if he was to do it here. Williams in the white trunks, and away we go. And you can see straight away, Klitschko towers over him. Williams will look to get in close and pummel the body and set a fast pace. But he has to be careful about what he takes on the way in. Fast start from Williams, who does have fast hands and natural talent. There's the first of those big rights from Klitschko.
I mean, Klitschko looks massive. It's amazing, Dan. He's 19 stone 4. Look at the difference in the frames of these men. Danny will have to take chances here, but that could be his undoing. He's been knocked back. This is the last start he needed.
I think he's finding these pretty heavy-handed, maybe heavier-handed than he got from Tyson even. Seemed a bit disconcerted by that and driven back. And that might make him think that might knock some of the confidence. These jabs are definitely getting to Williams.
So these are thumping punches, even when they're not landing cleanly on target. You can feel the sheer power of them. not the start we were looking from Williams. He's not getting dangerous looking punches off.
Needs the head movement, doesn't he? Needs to be faster and stay out of the way. But at the moment, he can't miss Klitschko, even though he's fighting and having a punch. Now he's got him with the right hand. He staggered him. Williams in trouble in the first round, just as he was against Tyson. He stayed upright, but he's feeling these, all of them, each and every one of them.
And he cannot get near Klitschko's chin. This is what we feared would happen. This is what's made Klitschko such the heavy favourite.
Now the right hand thumps in. Williams is getting hit too much. He's on the end of too much. The moment the plan to get in close is not working. The man mountain is dominating it.
And it looks like Danny's newfound confidence has just been ripped from him.
It's a torrid start, but it was in Louisville against Tyson too, remember.
He wasn't as hot as this, Ian. This is really serious.
He's getting picked apart here. It might be over quickly. Williams.
He must throw something back. He must take some chances.
Klitschko's looking to take him out here.
Danny must get some punches off. That's better, but he's doing nothing. He's badly stunned.
He's all over the place, Danny Williams here. It could be stopped. Down he goes. It's a hammering.
5, 6.
And still 30 seconds left in the round. Oh, my goodness me. It's all unraveling. He needs the bell. There's no way back, surely, from this. He's just getting hit too much. No mobility, no head movement, no the right. He tries a haymaker, but I'm afraid to say here, this is one-sided, and it's a pummeling. Oh, my goodness.
I don't actually know what's keeping Danny on his feet here. These are full-blooded shots. A disastrous first round for Danny Williams.
How did he get through that? How did he get through that? He's cut as well, Jim.
See, Danny, you cannot expect Danny to come back from this. This is far worse than anything we could have imagined. This is a complete disaster. He wasn't allowed to get punches off. He couldn't get close. He was unable to do anything.
Jim McDonald and Sterling McPherson are trying to lift him.
Too many people speaking to him at the one time. They want to calm him down, get some common sense into his head. They're no good screaming at him. It's no good motivating him. You have to get him under control. Look at these punches. They're clumsy, they're awkward, as we've always said, but they're powerful, and they're thumping home. Thankfully, not too many clean on the chin, or this fight would be over.
He doesn't need a minute to recover. He needs an hour.
It's the confidence that's been ripped from him. Unfortunately, Klitschko has brought back the old Danny Williams, I'm afraid. We'll see what he can do here. That's better. Get some punches off.
He must feel like a man going to the gallows as he comes out for round two. Williams. Maybe that extra weight just kept him in the contest in that first round. The sturdiness he's got from that, but it's also robbed him a bit of mobility as well. Where's the head movement they worked on? He's just been hit all the time. He needs to fight smaller, tuck up more.
You know, I thought one of the problems for Klitschko, he would seriously underestimate Danny. Well, you can see why now.
Another right, and how did he stay up again? This looks like mission impossible, it really does. Can he get his way back into the contest? He hasn't made a dent in Klitschko yet. It's a wrecking ball of a right hand that Klitschko has, and every one of them is sending Williams into a kind of dreamland. It's a wonder he's still in this fight.
He's just taking everything away from Williams, not allowing him to get anything set up whatsoever. The big upward jab, the right hand, anytime he chooses, there it goes again. He's doing exactly as he pleases.
Williams needs to find a punch from somewhere that might just turn things a little and make Klitschko think. At the moment he just dominates from the outside on the end of a big jab and paws him like a big bear with the right hand.
I mean, we have to remember Klitschko was outboxing Lennox Lewis at this stage. Did we just put too much on Danny's shoulders here tonight?
He's eating that jab every time. It's like a big ramrod, metallic fist coming at him. Dr. Iron Fist, they call him. It must feel like iron to Williams. who's having to show tremendous grit to get this far in the contest. He's going to have to move that head. He's going to have to get those gloves up.
Well, he's showing the same courage he showed against Tyson, but as we knew beforehand, this is a far tougher fight for him. Really, totally in control. Klitschko doing what he likes.
Just a nightmare for Danny Williams so far. Nothing less than that. He's cut as well.
Klitschko is actually toying with him a little bit here, just dropping his hands, picking his punches, knowing Danny is not getting anything off.
Has everybody underestimated Vitali Klitschko? Is there more to him than the sort of Ivan Drago figure that some people might imagine? Williams does let go with a left hook.
And he's warming to things the same as he did against Tyson. He was badly hurt against Tyson. It's as though he's gotten used to the pain. Believe it or not, that was a better round for Danny Williams. Obviously, still Klitschko's round.
Fritz Sadunek is the main man in the corner, and brother Vladimir there in the background, who's had a rough time of it lately. I'm amazed this fight's still going on.
Yeah, as I say, it's the same as the Tyson fight. It's as though he's actually gotten used to the pain. He's thinking that's as bad as it can get. I'm still here. Things are look, they couldn't get worse. So just hang in there. But the trouble is, he's not been allowed to do anything. I wonder, I mean, even looking at Klitschko, he's breathing heavily already.
Come on, baby, you're still in it.
Too excitable in that corner, aren't they? Too many voices.
They need a little bit of calm. One person should take charge when there's a crisis.
Yeah. Jim McDonnell should be doing the talking. Sterling McPherson's chattering away. I guess he's used to them all. Terry Stewart in there as well, by the way. He was the silent one. Now then, here we go, round 3. How did Williams get through the first?
And we shouldn't really expect Klitschko to run out of steam because he's controlling the pace. And he's taking nothing. That's better from Danny.
Gets it with a body shot and a left hook. Now then, there's the first sign of Klitschko being in any way discomforted. Can he edge closer? That's what he needs to do. If he can, even lay on Klitschko's chest and pummel the body. But getting past the jab and the right hand, the big problem we all envisaged has proved much, much more difficult than the Williams camp thought.
Yeah, I expected a little bit more mobility. We knew at 19 stone 4 there wouldn't be an awful lot of side-to-side head movement, but I thought he may have been able to impose himself on Klitschko, but he hasn't really been able to do that.
Klitschko weighing 20 pounds less at 17 stone 12, takes a right hand. Williams was close enough to land that. He's got a bit of a dig himself. Williams, remember how he turned it round against Tyson and won in the 4th? And just bit by bit, maybe he's finding the slightest foothold here, but it is a foothold on a precipice.
Well, the sharpness is leaving Klitschko's work as well, if you ever call it sharp. He's taking gulps of air in between the rounds. He's feeling this as well.
Well, Williams is still there, and the British fans are trying to lift him with chants of Danny, Danny. He gets there with a body shot. He can't do it again. He can't turn this round, surely.
You can't hold the rope.
Well, I did say beforehand, Klitschko does have a stamina problem. I'm one of the people who believe that because he's so stiff and robotic, he uses up so much steam. But looking at that first round, I did not give Danny a chance.
Just a bit of the sharpness gone from Klitschko, perhaps. And again, Williams using his footwork just to get close enough to land with a hook. He can't get rid of him. I think he thought in the first round this would be over by now, Vitali Klitschko, but he's still very much the boss.
See, we're forgetting all the amateur experience Klitschko has as well. I mean, he's retained the same style as he was as an amateur, so he's more or less perfected this. It's difficult to deal with.
I think his unorthodoxy makes him very difficult to fight. It's a plus for him.
Don't know if that was a low punch.
Yeah, it was.
He hit him really, really low that time.
Jay Nady is on the case.
You bring him up. Come in. Box.
He does that again. He might get a point deducted, but I think it wasn't a bad thing for him to do in a way, because at least it made something pretty. Oh, he's got him! He's got him! Walked onto it! Down again.
He's not. Is he getting up?
He's cut.
Does he know the bell sounded? He's okay.
Just about. Just about. And the bell comes at exactly the right time for Danny Williams. Oh my goodness. What a night this is turning out for him.
Don't quit on me, Danny.
Well, that may even be worse than what happened to him in the first round, because it looked as though he was getting back into it. Too many people speaking to Danny Williams here.
Give me some water. Give me some water.
He needs advice, he needs some calmness, he doesn't need motivated.
And I think that person should be Jim McDonnell as well, but that's really a side issue. Look at that punch, a left hook, wasn't it?
See, all the punches up to that point have been straight. Danny's taken them on the forehead, but that was a hook which landed on the chin, and that is the reason there's so much of an impact. That was a beautiful left hook, clumsy looking, but landed bang on the spot.
It's worth reminding ourselves, Jim, that this fellow Klitschko, every time he's won, it's been by knockout, except in one fight against Timo Hoffman. He's done everything by knockout or stoppage he can hit. Round 4. It's an absolute miracle that Williams has got this far. Was a minute long enough? Well, all that training and fantastic conditioning that Jim McDonnell gave him for this fight, including back-to-back sprints and enormous feats, pushing cars uphill. He's needed all that strength just to survive in the fight this long.
I mean, it's a pity that left hook landed just at a point where it looked as though Danny was getting himself back into the fight. That was a dangerous uppercut.
Oh, left hooks. He's just cuffing him around and dominating it, Klitschko. And I think he feels he's doing it for his currently troubled Ukraine as well. The first East European, of course, to be world heavyweight champion. Can't miss, can he? Where's the head movement from Danny Williams?
But Danny seems able to take the punches that come straight, because he's catching him on the forehead. It's the hooks that are doing the damage.
Tremendous bravery and stickability from Danny Williams. Courage and grit too. But it's like the north face of the Eiger, the task he's got here. It does look absolutely impossible from what we're watching.
Just can't get past the jab. Been picked off again, but again taking them on the forehead and partially blocking them, so he's still in there.
He's going to earn that £1 million he's getting tonight. Every penny of it.
Well, if Danny had been knocked out in the first round, he would a bit of a laughing stock. His career probably be over, but the show he's put up now, even if he doesn't win tonight, that he's still in the picture with the other heavyweights, because they're fairly mediocre.
Comes back, he does land with a left hook. Klitschko, remember, has never been flawed in his career. He's durable, he's the one who's taking the punches better as well.
The wide stance he has as well, Lee, when he takes a shot, he's well balanced to absorb the effects of it. Danny's balance is all over the place because he is obviously stunned.
And the extra weight has robbed him of any speed as well, I'm afraid. I mean, the extra weight was there for him to get on the inside and be strong there.
Might see a point here.
Another low one from Danny Williams.
I don't think that one was dangerously low. It was low.
Has to be said, Klitschko looking a very decent champion here.
That was another punch to the chin that shocked him. Yep, he's in trouble again.
If Williams wins this, it would be one of the most astonishing comebacks in a fight that any of us have ever seen.
These are the rounds we've been talking about. Now you're gonna suck it up and start to move your head. Move your head and go to the body. You don't want to quit on me, do you, champion? You want to win the heavyweight title tonight? Listen, you're still in this thing, Danny.
They still believe.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, things cannot get any worse, and he's still there. Klitschko is not showing the same power he was showing earlier, still winning things, still controlling things, but he is feeling the pace. But of the two, Danny looked far more tired.
Well, they've been telling me all week, the Williams camp, that this fellow Klitschko lacks stamina. Look at his record. He's stopped any number of opponents in the later rounds.
Yeah, but he's always been in control in those fights.
He's in control of this one, Jim.
Well, he is at the moment, but Danny at least is making him work, which some of his previous opponents haven't done.
Round 5.
Start the 3-minute round now.
Starting a 3-minute round now, says Jane Adey, in case anybody was in any doubt about that. Can Williams do something here to change the course of this incredibly one-sided contest? Oh, he's got him with the right hand over the top. Klitschko gives him a bit of an old-fashioned look.
But I don't know how much power Danny is mustering because his balance is not right. He's stunned with the punches he's been forced to take. If your balance is not right, that's where your power comes from. He's trundling forward, he's getting into range now at least. But I wonder, does he have the power to trouble Klitschko?
Now, Danny Williams has had to come through a firestorm just to get this far. Another left hand through the middle from Klitschko, who's pretty accurate, but he's being helped by the lack of head movement of Williams. Sterling McPherson was right about that in the corner. He's just eating these punches because he's not moving his head and tucking up and rolling. He needs to be able to roll from the waist to get into on the inside, doesn't he, Jim?
Yeah, but the problem is you can't change a man's style so drastically. So long into his career, he was never a bob and weave type fighter because of his height. So it's difficult to master that at this late stage. So in this kind of fight, it's just instinct and courage now. Technique is out the window as far as Williams is concerned. And he's just been picked off and outboxed and hurt as well.
Thoroughly painful. Another of those big clubbing right hands from Klitschko. He's proved much better than his brother Vladimir, who was supposed to be the heir apparent. Not so. The older brother's the boss in the family.
And Klitschko looks to have settled down now to the pace. He's won to the task, the second wind as they call it. He's used to this and he's coping with it well.
He's mixed at a higher level than Danny Williams, Tyson apart, and it's showing here too. Now then, Williams, there he is trying to get in close, but Klitschko wouldn't let him there. Bounced off the ropes, poked out that big, praying mantis type jab again.
This is unbelievable courage being shown by Williams. Nothing going right for him. Taking everything full force.
His face is swollen up, his right eye's closing. He's taking heavy bombardment here. That one moved him again, another right hand. This is courage above and beyond the call of duty from Danny Williams.
He's been pushed back now, Ian, and I think that is the end in sight. When Klitschko gets him on his back foot, the job is done, I'm afraid.
Bravely he tries to wade forward, but he just can't get to Klitschko. He just can't reach him.
This is the biggest chance of his life, but should we be thinking of getting him out of there?
It's almost painful to watch, isn't it?
Well, as soon as Danny has been pushed back, Klitschko has taken everything from him. Let's hear what they were saying to him.
Come on, your children are watching you at home. Your children are watching you at home. They're watching.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. He can see, baby. Come on. Hey, your children are watching.
Well, they're trying the psychological stuff about the children watching it, but...
See, that's okay when you're in an even match and all you need is to dig in deep. That is not the case here. He's been out-punished, out-boxed, out-thought. Everything is against him. It's not a case of motivating him. It's giving him some advice that he can use, and I think we're beyond that.
I hope the children aren't watching. That's the scene outside on the famous strip. We're at the Mandalay Bay tonight, the big golden building.
Well, if Williams spends this round on his back foot, I would get him out of here at the end of it, whether he's still in the fight or not. If he's not coming forward, he has no chance of taking charge here.
Sixth round, Williams scores with a jab. We've very rarely been able to say that because he just Cannot get close enough. He needs a step ladder or an elevator, I think, to get anywhere near. Klitschko's hand speed is good there. He has been accurate. He hasn't wasted too much either.
See, Klitschko throws arm punches. They're awkward and they're powerful, but if he's coming forward, then they're going to be even more powerful, and I think that's what will make the difference in forcing a stoppage here.
Klitschko must be thinking, how is he still there?
Yep, Klitschko actually throwing combinations here without reply.
Just can't get any punches off at all. Danny Williams, all he can do is survive in the fight. He's doing that. This time he does get there, but the British fans have gone quiet. They feel for him. They know how much he's giving this, but it just is nowhere near enough. This is as one-sided as the fight between Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, which ended with Lewis hammering Tyson to the floor in the 8th round.
Yep, and Klitschko is dishing out a lot more punishment than Lewis was. He was still a bit tentative. Klitschko is really going about this. Yeah, that's what we want. Rough him up.
Well, the Williams camp feel that Klitschko runs out of stamina about now in fights. They'd better hope something like that happens.
Well, this is a better round than I feared for Williams. Obviously, he's not winning it, but at least he's got his body weight forward, and he's giving it a go.
Although he hasn't won a thing, it's an extraordinary effort, this, from Danny Williams. And he does score with a body punch and a left hook. This is better from Williams.
But we're just seeing how difficult it is to do anything with this big fellow who uses all the advantages so well. He's been doing it for years.
Yes, he did it for years in the amateurs as well. He was a useful amateur, but it was his brother who won the Olympic gold. There's a clubbing right there. He has to watch those punches that land on the top of the head because they really can befuddle a boxer. He gets through another 3 minutes, but stumbles back to the corner, Danny Williams.
Yep, I don't think the sound of the bell came too soon then, because Danny was hurt with that last punch.
All in those orange caps, the Yushchenko supporters from the Ukraine. He's a good ambassador for the sport as well. His mum's a teacher, his dad was in the Soviet Air Force, and they now work in the Ukraine embassy in Germany.
Start using your jab. Move your eyes. Move the jab. Hey, Daddy, move your jab from one side to the other. Upstairs and downstairs. Upstairs and downstairs. Start moving it like you're moving in the gym. Come on, Jim.
Is Danny Williams hearing any of that?
No, I think it's just instinct that's pushing Danny on. The crazy pride that fighters have is hanging him in there, leaving him with a chance. But even the punches he's landed, he hasn't troubled this fellow in the slightest. And no signs that he's about to. That was better.
Hang on, what have we got going on here now? 2 body punches and a headshot from Williams at the start of this round. Maybe he feels that this part of the fight was the territory that they'd worked for. But he didn't know he'd be in this kind of shape, and having taken as much as he has just to get to this point in the contest.
Well, I think Klitschko must be the one asking the questions now. How on earth is this man still in front of me? Will he be affected by this? No reason why he should. He's winning everything hands down.
He needs more of those body shots he started the round with, Williams.
You see the way Klitschko can just push him off as well. That's down to the fact that Danny's balance is struggling because he's taken so much. He's still a little bit stunned from the punches he's taken.
Well, we saw a fight earlier this year where Juan Manuel Marquez at featherweight was on the floor 3 times in the opening round against Manny Pacquiao and came back to get a draw. an astonishing turnaround. But this would be something else again if Williams was to somehow get back in this. You just can't see it, being honest.
Well, my pre-fight prediction was Klitschko in points after the first round. I thought, boy, I got that wrong. But
oh, he's got him again here. He's got him going again.
Again, the difference when the punch catches the chin as opposed to the head.
Puffed up around the face. Impossibly brave, Danny Williams has to take another big right hand, and another two, caught off balance, scrabbling around in the corner in a scene reminiscent from Tyson with Buster Douglas in Tokyo. It was a glancing blow, but it was enough.
Yeah, glanced off the side of his head, but there was plenty of power in it.
Every punch seems to be travelling down to the sole of his very boots.
Well, we keep talking about the courage that Danny's showing, but let's also say Klitschko is boxing beautifully. If you can call what he does beautiful, his punch perfect, his tactics, the way he's gone about it, everything is in place.
He's fighting like a champion should. He's domineering. He's
switching
dictating.
to the body too.
He's just not letting Danny Williams into this at all. It's a one-sided pummeling, and it's horrible to watch in that regard. I just wonder whether they've got to think about pulling him out of the fight. I don't know how much more he's got.
The trouble is, he keeps producing little bits of success, and they are still dreaming.
He's dead tired. Danny, how you feeling?
They're still dreaming about Klitschko dropping the pace. See, every time a punch lands on the chin, you can see the effect right down to his boots.
Those eyes have almost shut, certainly the right eye.
Actually, when you see that in replay from the proper angle, that wasn't a target punch. It was actually in the back of his head.
Yeah, it was a balance. It was just his legs have gone, you see.
It caught him at the back of the head, so it wasn't on target, that punch. Probably shouldn't have been a knockdown, but we didn't spot it. Can't blame the referee for not spotting it.
His mum never wanted him to box in the first place. And he never wanted to box in the first place. He wanted to be a table tennis player. But his dad had a dream. And in the end, Danny Williams bought into that dream. The dream of becoming a world heavyweight champion. But we must say at the moment, it doesn't look like happening. At times, he's staggered through this like a drunkard on the street corner of a Saturday night. But what a brave man. Don't ever, ever question the heart or bottle of Danny Williams.
Well, one thing's for sure, it is a new Danny Williams. We couldn't have dreamt about this kind of performance this time last year.
Oh,
at the chin again.
Huge right hand. How is he taking this? He's trying to gamble. Big rights. These punches would have knocked out many other men. It's just a kind of mad, insane braveness really now from Danny Williams.
Yet there is no sign whatsoever that he could turn this around. His punches are not troubling Klitschko in the slightest. He's just soaking up.
Oh, there we go. That might be it. That might be it. Round 8. Big wrecking ball right from Klitschko. And still he gets up. Will Jay Nady let him fight on? No, he will not. Over in the 8th round. But give all the credit in the world to Danny Williams for his bravery there. But Klitschko, Vitali Klitschko, is still the heavyweight champion of the world.
And it's not too often I see an American referee to be proud of, but thank heavens he picked the spot, got the reason and called that off. That was sickening. A wonderful effort from Danny all the way through. Courage like we've never seen. But this man, too good for him in every department. We were hypnotised, I think, by the Tyson performance. But the rest of Danny's career, nothing else he's done has suggested he's good enough to take the title from this man, and that's how it turned out. But what a fantastic effort.
one of the bravest efforts by any British boxer, I would say that, in history from Danny Williams. But the truth is, the bottom line is, he was totally outclassed and really had no answer at all to the height and reach and skills and power and durability and everything else of Klitschko, who fought that as if he is going to be a champion who will be long reigning.
Yeah, and the accuracy of Klitschko's work all the way through. We say he's ungainly, he's a little bit clumsy, but what about the accuracy he showed tonight? He could hardly miss. In the body stuff we see, doubling up with the same hand. It's as good as I've seen Klitschko. Obviously, winning the World Championship, he's grown in stature and improved, as most fighters seem to do. But just taking Danny apart here.
And really, it was merciful that it was over. You didn't want to see him take any more.
No, and congratulations to the referees. Some referees may have thought about it, but thankfully got him out of there.
Well, I just hope Danny Williams is all right. And I really hope that his family weren't watching that, because they would have been in pain mentally every second. Klitschko looking like a good champion. The cupboard's a bit bare at the moment, but he's pretty good.
Before we give the official time, a round of applause for the courage and heart displayed by this challenger from London, England, Danny Williams. Referee Jay Nady calls a halt to this contest here at the Mandalay Bay of Las Vegas. The official time, 1 minute, 26 seconds of round number 8. The winner, and still the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Dr. Iron Fist, Vitali.
A triumph for the Ukraine as well in this troubled time for that country. And all around the arena we have